Thanks for joining us in the Daytime Kitchen, and I should say today we have a special guest. Ivey's in my kitchen. Actually, she can be in your kitchen too, because this is Ivey's in my kitchen magic oil. Ivey Levy with us. Thanks very much for coming in.
Glad to be here.
So you're going to be in everybody's kitchen if all goes well, right?
Yes.
Paying for her son's education as well. Tell me a little bit about the oil, because it's been sitting on my desk for a couple weeks and I've been staring at it. What's so magic about it?
It magically makes you a better cook.
I like the sound of that.
It makes it easier for people that are not in love with being in the kitchen. It's pre-flavored. It has a built-in alarm, so it tells you when it's ready.
Now, is this like an olive oil or cooking oil?
It's an olive oil, soybean oil base, and it's a cooking oil. There's nothing like that on the market today. But it's more delicious than any dipping oil on the market.
Okay, well, let's start with what you've got in front of us. When you say easy, what are some of your other recommendations about that, about keeping it simple? Because not everybody's crazy about making food. They like to eat it like me, but shortcuts to getting there is always good for me.
Well, I'm always looking for shortcuts too. Even though I'm a cooking instructor, I need to make dinner every night like everybody else.
Sure.
I find that it's very easy to keep things in the same pan, cooking at the same temperature, such as this rack of lamb, this chicken, and this steak.
I got to ask you about the cauliflower. It seems a little discolored or intriguingly colored.
Well, orange cauliflower is something that's new to the market.
Okay.
Also comes in purple these days too.
Alrighty.
We bring in exotic vegetables. We distribute them to our clients.
Oh, great.
So there's something that I really like to use. I feel that you can put together an easy dinner without that much effort and energy. Let me show you.
Okay, get me started. What would you do with something like this with your magic oil?
Well, this is the grill version
of
dinner. I find that it's considerably easier to make everything at once. If you're grilling steak, grill everything else, and vegetables are a great way to go.
Okay.
If you cut your vegetables thick and you use eggplant, zucchini, and mushrooms, they cook at about the same time.
Okay.
So with something like this, all we do is a little bit of magic oil.
Alrighty.
And I brush it on.
Okay.
And we put it on the grill, and it doesn't need any
So you don't have to marinate it, just one light coating will be enough for us?
For the eggplant, you need a little bit more.
Okay.
But yes, it's flavored, it's not going to stick, and it comes out delicious.
All right. And I can't help but notice some of the other things you mentioned. Purple cauliflower you have over here.
Yes.
And this is something which I can't say I've grown up with, but since I lived in Asia, these kinds of cucumbers, very evident. Japan, Hong Kong, Guam, and you're saying these are kind of a hot new thing in the markets these days.
They are. I hadn't seen them in the market until recently, and they're terrific. They're great for salads. They cut up very small, and as you can see, they're really good for dipping.
That's why I checked out the oil. No, I did. Also, I want to mention the fact that you have
red carrots. Also, we bring those in for our wild crudité. We like to keep things a little different.
Okay.
Food is basic, and if you make it exciting, people will take to it.
Now, is there something about a built-in alarm that I should know about?
When you can smell magic oil, your pan is ready to cook. So it takes out all the guesswork. Most people are nervous that don't know how to cook about burning the food, the pan not being ready, and that really takes care of all that. It makes it simple.
All right. I like the sound of all this. I like the smell and the look. And we're going to say one more time, your chicken, you want to say something quickly about the chicken?
Yes, I do. When you make chicken, you can put your carrots and your chicken in the same container.
Okay.
We have our own personal seasonings that we use, that we make, something called Sticks and Buds and one called Rub All Over. And you put it all over everything. You put it in the oven at 420 for 1 hour, and you have dinner and a side dish.
No, I like that, and I like the idea of cooking everything in one pan. It's all finished together. I want to thank Ivey Levy for being with us and tell us now you too can have Ivey in your kitchen or Ivey in my kitchen. And remember the oil as well. And stay with us. We have much more coming up on Daytime. I'm going to have to go back for another dip though.